Today we're looking at a connection you might have never thought about before. A link between one of the planet's hottest music genres, Amapiano, and your own mental well-being. We're going to see how its rhythm might just be a secret weapon for building resilience.
So let me start by asking this. What if we've been going about it all wrong? What if the key to breaking those negative cycles, to stopping that self-sabotage, wasn't about fighting a battle in your head, but about starting a movement in your feet?
Okay, and just a quick but very important heads up before we dive in. This is all for educational and motivational purposes. It is absolutely not a substitute for professional mental health advice. If you're struggling, please reach out to a licensed professional.
All right, so first things first, let's really get what we're up against. We need to talk about something that I'm willing to bet almost every one of us has felt, whether you're a student, a parent, or a teacher. Let's talk about the self-sabotage loop.
And you know, it doesn't always show up like some big, dramatic moment. A lot of the time, it's the quiet stuff. It's putting off that big project until the last minute. It's replaying a conversation in your head 100 times. It's not trying out for the team because you're scared you won't make it. It's that little voice inside that whispers, you're going to fail anyway. See? It's a pattern, a loop that just feeds itself.
And here's the absolute kicker. We've all tried to do it, right? To just think our way out of it, to argue with the anxiety. But as our source material points out, you can't always think your way out of overthinking. Sometimes trying to fight your brain with your brain just makes the whole thing louder.
So, if thinking our way out isn't the solution, then what is? Well, this is where things get really interesting, and honestly, a lot more fun. The answer might just be movement.
Now, this isn't just about blowing off steam. There is real science to this. It's rooted in something called somatic therapy. That sounds kind of fancy, but all it really means is using the powerful connection between your mind and body to heal. When you dance, you're literally lighting up your brain. You're firing up the parts that handle movement, emotion, and even the release of dopamine, you know, that feel-good chemical that makes you feel motivated and rewarded.
So just look at this contrast. The old way is this constant, exhausting battle inside your own head. But this new way, it's not about fighting your thoughts. It's about redirecting your brain. You're giving it a new job, a better job, a rhythm to focus on. Okay, but why Amapiano? Out of all the music in the world, what makes this genre so perfect for this kind of mental rewiring? Well, let's get into the science of the sound itself.
First, it's all about resetting your dopamine system. You see, a lot of self-sabotaging stuff, like scrolling on your phone for hours, gives you these tiny, cheap hits of dopamine. Amapiano is the opposite. It creates what you could call earned dopamine. You have to put in a little effort, right? You have to focus on the footwork, feel the beat. And when you finally nail a move, that rush you get is real. It strengthens genuine motivation, builds actual confidence, and helps you learn to manage your emotions.
And second, there is the grounding effect. You can feel that deep, rolling bass line in Amapiano music, can't you? Those low-frequency log drums aren't just there for the vibe. They create actual physical vibrations in your body that help ground you, that help calm your nervous system right down. It's like telling your body on a physical level, hey, we're safe, you can chill out. And that makes you way less reactive to stress.
Okay, so the science is fascinating. But how do we turn this into something you can actually use? A practical tool for anyone. A student stressing about finals, a parent juggling everything, anyone. Let's get to the action plan.
Here it is, your daily rhythm reset. And it's so simple, seriously. 1. Pick an Amapiano track that you love. 2. Set a timer for just 5 or 10 minutes. 3, and this is key, focus only on the footwork. 4. Try to match your breathing to the rhythm of the music. And 5, when the music stops, just stand still for 1 moment and feel your feet on the floor. That's it. That's the whole practice.
Now listen up, because this is probably the most important part of the whole thing. When those negative thoughts pop into your head while you're dancing, and trust me, they will, do not stop and argue with them. Don't engage. Instead, I want you to do the opposite. I want you to move more, increase the intensity, drive your focus even deeper into the music, into the rhythm. You're teaching your brain how to shift states on command.
So what's the big picture goal here? What are we building? This isn't just about getting through a tough moment. It's about transforming that internal struggle into something you can actually feel in your body. Embodied strength.
And this right here, this is the total game changer, especially for young people. This is huge. It takes you from feeling powerless, from thinking, I can't control my thoughts, to realizing, wait a minute, I can control my state. You learn that while you can't always stop a thought from showing up, you absolutely have the power to change how you feel in your body and mind in response to it.
So let's make this super practical. When would you use this? Well, how about before a big exam? The pressure's on, your mind's a total mess of stress. What do?
You dance for 5 minutes. You press reset on your nervous system, and then you get back to studying, but this time, you're focused.
Okay, what about this one? You've got to have a really tough conversation with a friend, a teacher, a parent. Your heart is pounding, your mind is racing.
You dance, you ground yourself first, so you can walk into that conversation feeling calm and centered, not reactive.
And let's be really, really clear on this. This is not about escaping your problems. It is the exact opposite. It's about intentionally putting yourself in the best possible mental and physical state to face your challenges head-on. It's state control.
So it all boils down to this simple but powerful cycle. You move your body, you ground your nervous system, and by doing that, you reclaim your power from that endless loop of overthinking. Move, ground, reclaim. And we'll end on this thought. In a world that's constantly telling us to just think harder, to fix our minds with our minds, maybe the most powerful mental health tool we have isn't in our heads at all. Maybe it's been in our bodies the whole time, just waiting for the right beat.